Hey everyone, today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about a thing called the volume. Now, I'm not talking about sound, not talking about turning anything up like, in case you can't hear something. This is about shooting and replacing a background. So it's more in line with, say, like green screen shooting or blue screen shooting. In that sense, you're going to shoot something and you're going to replace the background. So say you're shooting, on Mars or something, and or some other planet, and you have a background that you're going to take out and put in some virtual background. So a volume is a giant set. There's a company called Unreal Engine. You can go to unrealengine.com. They've been working with this for quite some time, really in gaming and live events and things like that. But what they've done is they've started working in with filmmakers to create these giant virtual backgrounds that are there on set that the actors and the crew can work with while you're filming. So one of the shows that's using this exclusively is The Mandalorian for the Star Wars series. So what the volume is it's a giant set. It's 270 degrees. The ceiling's like 20 feet high. It expands about 75 feet across. And what they do is they project a virtual world onto the screen. So if you can imagine, before where there used to be a green screen and an actor used to have to work with, say, like props or boxes that they were going to replace that would also be green, or little, some sort of little object that they would replace later. Now the actor's actually working in the environment. So the actor can actually respond to what they're seeing. So if there's a giant creature coming at them, they see the giant creature coming at them. Also, the background that's going on, it makes it really easy for the cinematographer and the lighting team to actually light correctly because they're lighting for the background that's already there. They don't have to worry about some of the stuff with green screens where you have to like get the green off the hair because you can actually adjust it right there. Also, if they need to move elements around in the background, say something's not right, say there's a mountain in the background, but it's not quite right at the angle they're filming, they can literally move the mountain slightly. There's so many things that you can do in this space that make it absolutely incredible. I don't know enough about it to give you like all the details and everything, so I highly recommend that you go to unrealengine.com and just expose yourself to what this filming is all about. It is pretty expensive right now, but there's a lot more of these kind of sets popping up around the world. So where that becomes a real advantage for a filmmaker is rather than traveling your whole team to, say, I don't know, Africa one day and then Australia the next day, you can do both of those within a couple of days on a set. So you're not moving a whole team around. You're not moving, the whole production around. There's less time, for that movement. So it's just incredible that you can bring any environment behind you. And also when, if you had to do a reshoot, you can just go back in rather than traveling back to an area. So that's amazing. They're building libraries of areas along with location places where they film, certain types of backgrounds or certain types of environments. And so you can, as a filmmaker, go in and rent some of those or use some of those backgrounds. It's just an amazing process. I highly recommend, again, that you take a look at it. It's so advanced from the green screen or blue screen shooting of the past, but it'll take a little bit of time for that cost to become effective for especially us independent filmmakers. But as far as studio shooting, we were looking at doing cat decks and how cumbersome and expensive it would be to move our whole team around, specifically to Africa or any other place that we needed to go. And actually looking into using a volume to do this kind of shooting seems a lot more affordable and a lot more reasonable for the kind of film that we were going to make. So it's definitely something we're checking into. Again, depending on where you're at as far as your budget, you might want to be aware of it. So again, go to unrealengine.com, and I'm also going to put a little video link below about The Mandalorian, their season 1, and about how they worked with the volume. It's a really cool video. Highly recommend you take about, I think it's like 7 minutes or so. Take a look and see what it's actually like and how they use it. It's an incredible, incredible tool for the future of filmmaking. Anyway, with that, if you have any other questions, let me know. I'll try and answer them as soon as I can. And good luck with your film and wherever you shoot it if you have a chance to use the volume.